I'm about to show you guys so you can make a few $100s a month with a very simple side hustle that gets you paid for submitting your feedback. So let's get started. The website you need to connect to is called Respondent.io, and this is where you get paid to share your knowledge and expertise. In other words, you're going to leverage your professional expertise for paid user research. And they're looking for business professionals of all kinds, ranging from software developers to executives, sales and support, marketers, and the list goes on. These are not all the options. And we can narrow it down to 4 different steps. First off, you need to create and verify your profile. And this is a more complicated sign-up process than usual because you also need to verify your employment using your work email. This is something that you don't really see every day. That goes to show that they are looking for actual professionals in specific fields of activity. So if you don't have a profession, if you don't work a 9 to 5, perhaps this opportunity is not for you because you will find it very difficult to be assigned to any studies whatsoever. Now, once you have verified your profile and everything is out of the way, you will get matched with specific studies based on the information you have submitted. You can also apply to projects yourself, and it shouldn't take more than a couple minutes to send in your application, and eventually you can participate and get paid, and you will receive your payout straight over to your PayPal account. Of course, you can also invite friends if you want to, and that will reward you even further. But all in all, things are very simple. You get paid to submit your feedback about various products and services by leveraging your professional expertise. Again, they are not just looking for random people, for complete beginners, they are looking for business professionals. But let's dive a little bit deeper and see whether or not this is worth our time. Can you make any decent amounts of money on the website, or is it just a huge waste of your time? Well, if you happen to be a marketer, then according to their homepage, you can get an extra $150 an hour. That is their average hourly incentive. So you can earn even more than that. Business owners can make an extra $500, and if you happen to be a software developer, then you can get $200 an hour. So all in all, these are just some of the most generous rates I've seen in a while. But again, they are very selective when it comes to the people they accept. The average pay across all studies is about $140 an hour, and there is no shortage of projects. But now guys, I know that not all of you watching this video are business professionals. So what if you're in college? What if you're just starting out and you're looking to make some extra cash on the side with a similar side hustle to this one? Well, I got you covered. Here's a more beginner-friendly option. It is called User Interviews, and at its core, it does the same thing. It pays people for submitting their honest opinion, their feedback about various products, digital products, physical ones, platforms, websites, and services. And again, some of these studies will target a very specific demographic, such as, let's say, engineers, while others will be open for anyone. But what is for sure is that you will get paid for sharing your opinion, and there are over 2,000 studies on a monthly basis. That's a significant number, so there should be enough opportunities for everyone on the website. All in all, it's a 3-step process consisting of creating your profile, then applying to studies, and eventually showing up and getting paid. They will also ensure that you get paid and you don't have to chase anyone around. And according to their homepage, the average study pays over $60. And that's even if you're not a business professional. Let me show you a few clear examples so you can get a better idea of how this works. Well guys, take a look at this. Help us improve the website. This company is looking for feedback on a website, and you will be asked to perform some sort of usability test, which basically consists of following a specific scenario and completing the tasks described there, such as adding an item to your cart, observing how the website works, and things of that kind. All you need is a computer with a webcam, and it shouldn't take more than 30 minutes of your time. All in all, $30 for 30 minutes is not a bad payout. And this is not the only task of its kind. There are quite a few here. It is quick to apply, you don't need any qualifications, so virtually anyone can give it a try. But if we keep on scrolling down, after we're done with this website reviews, we can see that some of these other offers target a very specific audience. For instance, this company is looking for dispatchers. This other company is looking for people who handle the treasury for their company. Again, that is a very specific one. Financial analysts, people who deal with investment banking, consultants. Here's another one about cybersecurity and another one about gaming. If you happen to be a professional gamer, then take a look at this. $180 payout for 3 hours of work, and you're gonna be part of a focus group. Now, this is a kind of task that you have to take part in person, so you will need to travel to that specific location in order to complete the task, so it will require more work. But most of them are remote, and if you want to filter that, you can actually do it. When it comes to the study format, you can pick either in person, over the phone, or online. And you can also pick the study type or the popular professions listed down here. So again, user interviews is just a more toned down version of Respondent.io. It virtually does the same thing, but they also have some of those more beginner friendly studies that you can take part in even if you're not a business professional. But if this still didn't help and you weren't really able to find a lot of offers, you weren't able to make hundreds of dollars, then let me offer a few more options so you can just choose the ones that work for you. The website we need to connect to up next is called Userfeel.com, and this one is all about usability testing. All of these companies want you to test their websites and make sure that they are user friendly, they don't have any bugs, and nothing is stopping you from purchasing their products, because that is the point of these websites in the first place, right? So to be a little bit more precise, when it comes to Userfeel, a regular usability test might take you about 60 minutes and can pay you all the way up to $30, which is pretty generous. Again, we're talking about a side hustle that is done remotely from the comfort of your home on either your computer or mobile device, so it is not demanding work. And the requirements are very basic too. If you have a Windows device or a Mac computer, you're good to go, and you also need a microphone, but even a cheap one will do. And in case you still don't know how usability testing works, take a look at this description right here. They conduct usability tests on websites, apps, and prototypes, and their job is to just imagine a given scenario and perform certain tasks, such as finding a product or going through the checkout process, mimicking what a regular user would do on the website. You need to make sure that everything works. That's your assignment. And in case you want to watch an actual usability test, you've got a clip here that is only 2 minutes long, and it will give you a better idea of how this works. Now, while you're going through that test, while you're completing the assignment, what you need to do is keep your microphone on and describe what you're doing at each and every single step. So you need to speak loudly and clearly into the microphone, perform the required tasks according to the test scenario, and not just speed run through it and show off how good you are and how easily you can complete it. That is not what this is all about. It is not a competition. At the end of the day, it is all about providing useful comments so those companies can improve their websites, services, apps, and whatnot. At the end of the day, your profit will be sent straight over to your PayPal, and Userfeel will make sure that is the case, so you don't have to worry too much about it. As you've probably noticed, the payout rates are not as generous as they are on Respondent.io, and that is because when it comes to Userfeel.com, you're actually getting paid for your time and not your skill or expertise. When it comes to Respondent.io, you're actually getting paid for what you know, for your knowledge, expertise, and skill. And that just goes to show that if you take the time to actually learn a high value skill and then you go ahead and work in a specific field of activity, your time will become much more valuable than if you're just completing usability tests online. So the way I personally see this is just a side hustle. If you're looking for an extra $100 or $200 a month without too much effort, then you can certainly connect to Userfeel and take some of these tests instead of, let's say, watching a Netflix TV series, because in this case you're actually making money. But other than that, this is not a long-term opportunity. This is not a full-time gig. What you want to do instead is build up a high-value skill set, work in a genuine field of activity, and that will be infinitely more profitable than completing usability tests. But you should still keep this one in mind and give it a try if you want to see how it goes. Again, all of these websites are free of charge. You don't have to pay any upfront fees or any subscription fees whatsoever. If you have some spare time and you are willing to trade it away, then Respondent.io, user interviews, and Userfeel are pretty good options. But now guys, it's always worth to take a look at what other people have to say about these websites, just to get a second and a third opinion and make sure we're not just wasting our time. When it comes to Userfeel, people are not that satisfied. As you can see, half of the reviews are 1 star. A similar website is called usertesting.com, so let's see how this one's rated. It seems to have a far better score, based on over 1,000 reviews, and it is labeled as an excellent one, so you may want to connect to user testing instead. User interviews doesn't seem to have a very good score either. Again, a lot of people are not satisfied with the money they are making here, and the same thing is true about Respondent.io. But now guys, you gotta keep in mind that everyone's experience will be slightly different, because there are just too many factors that will play a part here, such as where you're based, what kind of field of activity you work in, how much time you're spending using these websites. So the only real way to know whether or not they work is by giving them a try. That's it for now, and thanks for watching.